Have you ever felt that slow-burning fury bubbling up? Maybe a coworker stole your idea, or a loved one dismissed your feelings, only to swallow it down with a tight smile and a silent vow to just let it go? Your jaw clenches, your chest tightens, but you push through, convincing yourself it's under control. Fast forward a day, a week, a month. That anger didn't dissolve. It simmered, reshaping into a vague irritability, a sudden snap at an innocent comment, or that nagging exhaustion you can't shake. Welcome to the hidden world of repressed anger, not the explosive outbursts we dread, but the quiet thief that steals your peace, one unvoiced word at a time. Psychologists estimate nearly 1/3 of adults habitually shove anger underground rather than airing it out, and it's not harmless baggage. It rewires your emotions, strains your bonds, and even taxes your body. But here's the revelation. This isn't a flaw, it's a signal, a buried broadcast from your psyche screaming for air. If you've ever wondered why calm feels like a cage, or why your inner world whispers warnings you ignore, stick with me. Today, we're unpacking the psychology of repressed anger, why we bury it, how it boomerangs, and the life-changing shift when we finally listen. If this hits close, hit like it's time to unearth yours. Subscribe for more on the shadows we sidestep, and let's dive in. At its essence, anger isn't the villain, it's the messenger. Your brain's ancient alarm, firing when boundaries blur, needs go unmet, or injustices ignite. It's evolution's edge, fight or flight for survival. But in our polished, people-pleasing world, we muzzle it. Don't be mad. You learned Jung maybe from a parent's sigh, a teacher's TSK, or a culture that crowns nice as noble. So we repress, jaw locked, lips sealed, eyes averted. We think we've tamed the tiger, but buried beasts don't bow, they burrow. That gone anger, it doesn't ghost, it ghosts you, slipping into sadness you can't source, anxiety that ambushes out of nowhere, or guilt that gnaws without cause. Psychologists dub it displaced emotion, the raw rage rerouted, too potent to perish, so it shapeshifts. One day, it's a passive-aggressive quip at dinner. The next, self-sabotage at work. Ever snapped at your barista over wrong order, then puzzled over the puzzle? That's the pot boiling over lid on, heat high, steam-seeking scenes. Enter the frustration-aggression hypothesis, a cornerstone psych theory tracing back to the 1930s. Block a goal, fair play, respect, rest, and anger auto-activates. Deny it? It doesn't deflate. It diffuses inward, a pressure cooker without a pop-off valve. Simmer too long and leaks abound. Sarcastic sighs, unexplained slumps, mood swings that stun your circle. Or worse eruptions from ether, a calm convo exploding into chaos, leaving you and them shell-shocked. But the stealthiest sabotage? Self-sabotage. Repressed anger doesn't just simmer. It seeds doubt. I shouldn't feel this, you chide. I'm overreacting. Too sensitive. Over time, that inner prosecutor erodes esteem. You shrink, second-guessing needs, rights, worth. Outwardly zen, inwardly adrift. Paradox alert. Repression feels like armor safe, controlled. But it's quicksand. The more you suppress, the more it swallows. Childhood scripts seal the deal. Anger's ugly. Big girls, boys don't. Or witnessed wrath's wreckage punishment, please pandemonium. We adapt, hiding our fire to fit, fearing the fallout of flames. Yet flip the frame. This shadow anger isn't sabotage, it's syllabus. Carl Jung, the depth-diving pioneer of analytical psychology, framed repressed emotions as the shadow, that unconscious underbelly influencing every stride, unseen but undeniable. Not demonic, just dormant dynamite. Unintegrated energy begging for embrace. Shine light, insight floods. Your anger's archive. Boundaries breached, needs neglected, stories silenced. That twinge at a friend's flakiness? Unspoken, I matter. The simmer at work's wheel spinning? My time's valuable. It's not noise, it's navigation. Buried, it builds walls, bricks of bitterness between you and the world, each a tale of why me? Unuttered. Stack enough, and life chills colder connections, frustrating fog. But catalog the bricks, they become blueprints. This rage, from that unmet promise, that fury, echo of ignored input. Suddenly, walls whisper wisdom guides to reclaim, reframe, rebuild. Spot the loop? It's insidious, a suppression spiral psychologist's chart in therapy rooms worldwide. Irritation ignites swallow. It resurfaces as self-lashing. Why can't I just chill? Guilt gushes. I'm the problem. Rinse, repeat. This carousel crafts chronic churn stress that sticks, tension that twists into off you can't name. Science stacks the stakes. Habitual hiders hike risks for heart havoc. Immune dips. Chronic aches bodies broadcasting what minds mute. Psychologically? Decision fog, resilience rifts, relational ruts. It's no moral misstep. It's misdirected mind energy exiled, echoing unchecked. And the empaths? Oh, they're epicenters. Highly attuned, harmony hunters, conflict dodgers, caretakers cloaked in calm. They overextend, own others' loads, bury their blaze to keep peace. Admirable? Absolutely. But at what cost? Needs evaporate. Anger's the ghost in the gallery, haunting with half-hearted hollowness. But here's the horizon. Repressed anger's no dead end its doorway, an invite to introspection, where fury ferries you to forgotten facets. Approach awake. What's this whisper warning? Which wounds wake up? Not explosion, but excavation journal the jab, voice the vibe, vent via verse. Integration's the alchemy. Acknowledgement alchemizes ache to action. Science sings. Safe surfacing slashes stress, sweetens ties, sharpens sight. It's not outburst Olympics. It's ownership articulating without assault, releasing without regret. Curiosity's key. What needs nudged? Boundary bent? Value veiled? Over time, loops loosen. Patterns pop like puzzle pieces. Your snaps at small stuff? Shadows of suppressed storms. That fatigue post people? Phantom fury from faked fine. Grudges gone goofy? Unprocessed embers. Witness them and watch. Choices clarify, connections kindle, self sharpens. Why the berry? Roots run deep nurture's noose. Upbringings where anger's unacceptable, stifled shouts, shamed tears, or mottled mutes. Loved ones lip biting through lightning. Message marinated. Fires forbiddens. Mind's master adapter. Hide to harmonize, redirect to survive. But paradox punches. Suppression doesn't soothe. It stirs the storm. Studies spotlight. Chronic clampdown correlates with anxiety avalanches. Depression drifts. Sleep sabotage insomnia's invisible insurrection. Energy exiled? It echoes, amplifying ache. Yet, hope's the headline. Structured spotlights safe spaces. Structured says siphons stress. Fortifies feels. Fosters flow. Journal jots, mindful murmurs, creative catharsis. Form the formless, free the freeze. Unmet needs, the nucleus? Not neon crisis, but daily droughts respect rationed, fairness fumbled, consideration curtailed. Normalize neglect, and numbness nestles. Do I even count? Anger? The alarm, insisting yes, you do. Reframe the rage, teacher, not tyrant. Irks as intel, phrase as flags mapping musts, mending missteps. Integrate? It ignites. Clarity cascades, creativity crackles, compassion compounds. In ties? Projections the pitfall unvoiced undercurrents as critique, chill, chasm. You glide gracious, but guards go up. Others orbit wary. Irony? Marrying to bond breeds the breach. Antidote? Attuned airing. Not every ember needs extinguishing. but every deserves ear. Reflect. Feelings font? Provokes pulse? Needs nudge? Honest harvest? Choice blooms act? Absolve. Alchemize? Power? Presence. Conscious current, not covert cyclone. Philosophically? Profound pivot. Repression's authenticity assassin denying denies depth, illegitimizing the infinite you. Conflict coils. Some selves, second class. But embrace? Essence emerges, integrity intact. Values voiced, alignment alive. Poetic punch, voiced anger? Rarely rampage, its rally. I matter. Experiences echo. Boundaries beckon. Self-shield, advocates amp, creators coal. Artists alchemize it fray to fresco, fume to verse. Temporal twist, linger long, and it warps seed to snarl, simple to snarled. Acknowledge. Airflow, dam breaks, river rushes, relief reigns. Courage's core. Notice, name, nurture with wonder, not whip. It's literacy's leap. Emotional eloquence, transforming turmoil to tapestry. Bigger canvas. Life's latent currents, repressed rage, one rivulet in the rush. Invisible influencers, perception's puppeteer, choice's choreographer, feels forge. Yet, doorway deluxe, engage earnest. Energy evolves, reclaim, refine, resonate. Subtle sorcery, voiced, it vaults empathy owning ours, opens others. Boundaries blessed beget blessing. Articulate sands assault. Connections cadence, not clashes clamor. Bridge builder, not barricade. Pause ponder. Next nudge of not bright, irksome itch. Tensions tease, weariness wave halt. Inhale. Signal source, needs neglect. Boundaries breach. That whisper walk unwinds years yarn suppression skein to inside silk. Integration. Authenticity's apex agency awake. Presence profound. Philosophical flourish. Emotions? No foes faxes from the frontier. Psyche's postmarks. Sideline, M. Half-lit haze. Integrate. Illumined infinite humanity's hymn. We've wandered repressed rage's winding ways. From signal silence to shadow schooled. Fury's fable to freedom's forge. It's no fiend. It's faculty whispering worth. Waving wonders. Fear not the fire. Fan it to flame. Your turn. That tension's tale, what's it teaching? Drop it below. We're unraveling together. Subscribe for Soul Shadow Spotlights. Next, Jung's underbelly unpacked. Notifications on. Whispers wait for no one.